DGRE partners, Brian Holly here. Today's a very exciting day. We are at the Citadel. The Citadel is going to be the next investment opportunity that we roll out to our DGRE family of partners. Now the Citadel is an 80 unit, 1969 vintage. But it is one of the things that's really unique about this is as a 1969 vintage, it is really in good shape. It has been owned by a mom and pop for the past couple decades, and you can just tell that they have meticulously taken care of this property. So this is going to be a great addition to our portfolio, and we're happy to roll it out to you. What we're doing today, and of course like every property that we put under contract, we did a tour beforehand, before putting it under contract, to make sure that we knew what we were getting into. What today and tomorrow, the next couple of days, will be about is our due diligence process. And our due diligence process is just our opportunity as the management team to really crawl into every aspect of this property. We're going to have contractors on hand that are looking at the plumbing. We're going to have contractors that are looking at the breaker boxes. We're going to have electricians on hand to check the breaker boxes, as well as the pool equipment, as well as HVAC, just to kind of get an idea how well it's been maintained. We're going to have a roofing contractor here that's going to crawl up on the roofs and tell us if there are any concerns that we need to be worried about. And again, nothing we're worried about because we can take care of everything. We just need to know up front so that we can take care of it as part of our capital expenditure budget. But every contractor you can think of, we'll have a foundation guy here that will go through every building and look at it from a standpoint of, are there current foundation problems? Or do we expect to potentially have foundation problems coming in the future? So it's really key. In addition to that, all of those are really outside vendors that we have really good relationships with, and we trust their opinions because they do every one of these properties for us. So they're really looking out for your best interest. But in addition to that, we also have two walking teams, and those walking teams are part of the DGRE staff and the DAWIN staff. And what they're doing is going through every single unit here in the property, and they're looking at the condition of everything from your lighting, to the painting on the wall, to the texture on the wall, to the flooring. You're looking at you're looking underneath every cabinet to make sure there haven't been leaks underneath the sink, either in the bathroom or the kitchen. You're checking every closet door, you're checking the hardware on all the doors, the hardware on the cabinets. You're checking the appliances to make sure that they're working and in good condition. And they're notating all of that. We already have a really good idea of what our CapEx budget is going to be, and we think for this property it's going to be around $7,500 per door. But we learn all of that information on our original access agreement that we get on properties before we put it under contract. Today is about fine-tuning, really going into detail, and making sure that the $7,500 amount that we put aside is either going to be enough. And not necessarily enough, maybe it's too much, maybe it's a little too much, but where that money needs to go. You know, we have a really good idea of what it's going to take to get these units up to the level we want them. And one of the really great exciting things about the Citadel is out of 80 units, only 1 or 2 of them have already been taken to what we call a renovated status. And the difference in rent between the renovated status and the classic status, which are the rest of the units, is about a $200 delta. So think about that from a value play. Those of you who are really interested in value plays, and they're a little bit hard to find these days, but it's really our niche, and it's really where we excel to a degree. So we're really excited about the fact that there are 78 or 79 of these units that still have the upside of somewhere between $150 and $200 potential in rent increase. So again, just bodes really well. But what the due diligence process allows us to do is really fine-tune that due diligence process. We may go into it thinking, okay, we're going to need to change the appliances, or we need to change the lighting. Once we get through it today, there won't be any guesses as to where that money needs to go. Now we know, okay, flooring's in really good shape, but yes, we need to replace the appliances. Maybe we need to do lighting, or maybe maybe the lighting's in good shape, and we just need to put more money into texture and paint and things like baseboards, which are more an aesthetic portion of the interior as opposed to functioning of the interior. One of the other really exciting things about this is probably the thing that I'm excited about the most, is we have a company here that we partner with quite a bit called Save Water Co. And Save Water Co. is absolutely fantastic because they will do a water conservation program for us, and we'll do that real quickly after taking possession of the property. And what that is changing out all of the toilets to go to a low flow toilet. It's changing out all of your shower heads. It's putting in aerators in your lavatories and your kitchen faucets. And what that does is we know, based on our experience at other properties, that's going to be about a 20 to 25% water savings to us. So that's just it's a great value add here at the property. In addition, Save Water Co. has come out, our partner here has come out with another portion of their program, which they can go in and change the stems and the manifolds within your showers and your bathrooms and that kind of stuff. And we could potentially be looking at somewhere upwards of 30 to 40% water savings. You guys know how this works, how the valuation of properties work, and for every $1 that we can increase income or $1 that we can reduce expenses, you know what that means for the valuation of the property. So again, a really exciting property. You'll get more information about this, but this property is located in Dallas. It's right on the frontage road of 635 between Preston and Montfort Road. Really kind of catty corner across from the Galleria Mall. But one of the other really neat things about this is there's a $4 billion project, entertainment project / living retail entertainment that's literally going to go right across the highway here at 635. So long term, this is just going to bode really well for the type of tenants that we can attract. And the neighborhood that it's in, you're looking at, and again, you'll find out a lot of this information. The neighborhood, we're really surrounded by anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million homes. So we're really excited about the demographic. We're really excited about the tenant base that we're going to be able that's already here, plus the tenant base that we'll be able to attract in the future. So we're going to get started on our due diligence process. Welcome to the club. Thank you. If you'll go with Zach and Julian and Garrett go together, we've got 2 teams.
And no derogatory comments.
Yeah.
Remember, this is people's homes. You know, you don't want to be in earshot. Man, that place was.
And here's the bottom line. This is not like, for example, your experience when you're buying a house. The tendency is to go through and pick it apart because you're trying to negotiate at that point. This deal's already done. We're already under contract. We're going to have this unit. It's not going to serve us any purpose. And you're right. Keep in mind, these are going to be our residents here by December 21st, no later than that date. Yep. So anyway, just remember that we're not buying it. We're just doing an inspection. Mm-hmm. Just be considerate. If in the end, it's a call between getting some information or pissing the resident off, just don't get the information. In other words, I can't get to those damn doors because they got crap all in front of it. Don't piss them off and try to go get it. Just okay.
Should we ask the residents if they have any issues?
That's a definite.
Anything they want to bring to our attention?
Well, here's the way I word it. And the answer is absolutely yes. I just say, hey, we're just doing an inspection. We want to make sure that everything's okay. Is there anything we can fix for you? Is there anything? I mean, we can't do it today. Is there anything we can report and make sure that the maintenance gets aware? That's kind of the way I put it, because then it looks like, oh, they're here to help me. They're here to, and a lot of times the floodgates will open.
Oh yeah, they'll throw.
And if they do, just listen and kind of make some notes and whatever, because that's all good information. My plan, as you guys saw from the email yesterday, is that when we get through, let's say tomorrow, because I think we might be back with only 2 teams. It just depends. I mean, we may not. But is then to regroup as a group back at the office and just kind of talk in general about what you saw, kind of debrief, because Zach and I can get a lot of details off of here. But really, it's about a feel. I mean, how did the residents feel about living there? Because again, they're gonna, when they think you're doing inspection and you can help them maybe get something fixed. My God, disposal, I hadn't worked in 3 months. What am I gonna get? You know what? I'm gonna note it here. I'll make sure that the office is aware of it. Can't fix it for you today, but you know.
Yeah, and you'll see patterns.
Yep.
Patterns like what seems like most of the, let's call it, the bathtub valves weren't working properly, or you'll just see over and over and over certain things, and so those are the kind of things we can.
woke up.